What is up, D&D nerds, and welcome to another episode of Learning the Lore. I am Steven, and I am going through and learning about all of the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition monsters that I do not know. Right now we're using the 2014 Monster Manual because, yes, I am that far behind on learning all of this, but there's a lot. So, let's find something today. Let's find something good. Last one we did was a Drider. So let's do... I might know this. A Dryad? Okay. How much we got? Ooh. I think I do know about these a little bit. But I like it. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I love that. All right. Dryads. Let's learn about them. Travelers entering a forest might catch a glimpse of a feminine form flitting through the trees. Warm laughter hangs on the air, drawing those who hear it deeper into the emerald shadows. Feminine form flitting through the trees. I love some alliteration. Whoever wrote this was on one. I like it. Treebound. Powerful fae will sometimes bind lesser fae spirits to trees, transforming them into dryads. This is sometimes done as punishment when the fae spirit falls in love with a mortal, and that love is forbidden. Ooh, that's kind of sad. I don't love that. That's sad. A dryad can emerge from the tree and travel the lands around it, but the tree remains her home and roots her to the world. As long as the tree remains healthy and unharmed, the dryad stays forever youthful and alluring. If the tree is harmed, she suffers. If the tree is ever destroyed, the dryad descends into madness. Huh. Okay. Well, how long can they be away from their tree? I guess that means that they can just stay away from forever, for as long as they want. Okay. That's actually really cool, because you could play as a dryad character and have your home be like you've built a stone structure around your tree to protect it. That's cool. I like that. Very cool. And I also like that it's strictly feminine. Even if you were a fae that was a masculine energy, by being bound to this tree, Mother Earth type energy, it changes the energy or brings forward that more feminine energy. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Reclusive fae. Dryads act as guardians of their woodland domains. Shy and reclusive, they watch interlopers from the trees. A dryad struck by the beauty of a stranger might investigate more closely, perhaps even try to lure the individual away to be charmed. Ooh, charmers. I mean, it makes sense. They are fae. Dryads work with other sylvan creatures to defend their forests. Unicorns, treants, and satyrs live alongside them, in addition to druids that share the dryads' devotion to the woods they call home. You could have like a little... I don't know what word I'm looking for. I guess like almost like gypsies. Almost like a band of gypsies, but they're fae. I mean, that is kind of what they're designed around. The fae are gypsy coded in a way. So it makes sense that these more like magical, mystical creatures, I guess, they're sylvan. Yeah. I guess sylvan in general. Unicorns aren't really. Unicorns are just like classic, pretty girl stuff, man. Just girly girl stuff for girls. Fucking love unicorns though, man. They're so cool. I just want to take a quick second to remind you that I have a Patreon, and if you head over and subscribe at the free tier, you get 2 watch-alongs each month, and you can sync up with me in whatever movie we're watching. I also do a monthly system-agnostic one-shots available at the $5 and $10 tiers, and a monthly interview series where I talk to creators of all kinds. Head on over to patreon.com/tabletoptrashcan if you like what we're doing here. Alright, let's move on. Woodland magic. Dryads can speak with plants and animals. They can teleport from one tree to another, luring interlopers away from their groves. Wow. So they have the ability to teleport from tree to tree. That's pretty crazy. If pressed, a dryad can beguile humanoids with her enchantments, turning enemies into friends. They also know a handful of useful spells. It's a nice little stinger at the end. Alright. Let's get into this stat sheet. Dryads, medium fae, neutral alignment. So a true neutral. Armor class of 11 and 16 with bark skin. 22 hit points, 30 feet of speed, very charismatic, obviously. They're charisma, wisdom, and dex are their only... Oh, they do get a plus in their intelligence as well. Okay. So pretty smart, pretty wise, very charismatic, somewhat dexterous. Perception, the skills of a perception +4 and a stealth +5. They have dark vision up to 60 feet and a passive perception of 14. They speak Elvish and Sylvan, and they are CR1. I mean, even like at early levels, like, you know, a party of level 1 adventurers, 4 level 1 adventurers could have a tough time with this for sure. Let's see what kind of spellcasting there is. Innate spellcasting. The Dryad's innate spellcasting ability is Charisma. Spell save DC 14. The Dryad can innately cast the following spells requiring no material components. At will, Druidcraft. 3 a day, Entangle and Goodberry. And then 1 a day, Barkskin, Pass Without a Trace, and Shillelagh. Magical resistance. The Dryad has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. So just magic as a whole. Just anything magic has advantage on those saving throws. That's awesome. Dang. These things are actually genuinely very tough. I didn't realize I was sleeping on these and not really knowing about them. Where were we? Here we are. Speak with beasts and plants. The Dryad can communicate with beasts and plants as if they shared a language. That seems fairly obvious, but I like that they added it in there. The beast is cool as well. Being able to, talk to the squirrels and whatnot. Tree stride. Once on her turn, the Dryad can use 10 feet of her movement to step magically into one living tree within her reach and emerge from a second living tree within 60 feet of the first tree, appearing in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the second tree. Both trees must be large or bigger. So big enough for a person to pass through. Can't be a little skinny, oh yeah, we just planted that thing, and it's still got like the fence around it. Actions. Club, melee weapon attack, +2 to hit, +6 with Shillelagh, 5-foot reach, single target, hits for 2 bludgeoning damage or 8 bludgeoning with Shillelagh. But this is where it really comes into play. Fey Charm. The Dryad targets one humanoid or beast she can see within 30 feet of her. If the target can see the Dryad, it must succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or be magically charmed. The charmed creature regards the Dryad as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected. Although the target isn't under the Dryad's control, it takes the Dryad's requests or actions in the most favorable way it can. Each time the Dryad or her allies do anything harmful to the target, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. So if she or one of her friends hit you after she charms you, you can try and save again. Otherwise, the effects last 24 hours or until the Dryad dies, is on a different plane of existence from the target, or ends the effect as a bonus action. If the target's saving throw is successful, the target is immune to the Dryad's Fey Charm for the next 24 hours. The Dryad can have no more than one humanoid and up to 3 beasts charmed at a time. Damn. So she could charm, like, some bears and shit to fuck you up. So, like, 1 Dryad and 3 bears, that's a pretty fun encounter. That's a very fun encounter out in the middle of the woods. Yeah, that's really fun. I think that these are beautiful, beautiful designs. You could do a ton of stuff with this. It could just be a quick little, like, one-off thing. It could be a whole lead into a Fae type story beat, especially the fact that they are around unicorns, treant satyrs, other sylvan creatures. You can have an entire story told with just this. Oh, I wanted to look at Shillelagh here. Shillelagh is a cantrip, lasts for 1 minute. It costs a bonus action, and it does bludgeoning damage. The wood or club of a quarterstaff you are holding is imbued with nature's power. For the duration, you can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls of melee attacks using that weapon. And then just for shits and giggles, let's see what Barkskin does for sure. Second level, costs 1 action, lasts for an hour. It is a concentration spell. You touch a willing creature. Until the spell ends, the target's skin has rough bark-like appearance, and the target's AC can't be less than 16, regardless of what kind of armor it is wearing. Can you upcast it? Nope, can't be upcast. I love these. I'm so happy I clicked on these today. Let me know let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know if you've used these in your game. If you've played as one of these before, I think it'd be a really cool character to play as, without it being too terribly overpowered, because, they still are squishy. This is awesome. Sweet. And the tree stride, being able to move between trees, that's crazy. Just absolutely hiding. Because they could run. She could be running from something and step into a tree and go behind the people that are pursuing her, and you never find her. That's awesome. I love that. Okay. I'm just rereading through one quick time. Make sure I didn't miss anything terribly obvious. No. All right. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, like and subscribe. It helps a ton. And as always, be good, be kind, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.